What up, y'all? You rocking with Jiggy Jones. I'm gonna welcome you to another episode of Kreative Convos, where I make every single guest feel right at home. And today, we got an R&B crooner in the building, y'all. The brother has blessed us with his presence. Emanny.
Yeah, it was good, bro.
What's going on, bro?
Jiggy, man, appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me.
Of course, appreciate you taking the time to pull up, man.
It's amazing.
First and foremost, how you feeling today, man?
Feeling good. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little tired.
Okay.
I'm like, this is been a while since I've been doing the press thing and running around, and got to get your body reacclimated to hitting different spots, talking to different people. It's been like 10 years, I think, of a break of doing like a real run. Yeah. So, it's cool though. I'm tired, but
you're enjoying it though.
Enjoying it though.
Nah, that's what's up. I've been seeing you outside doing the press run, man. You've been working this project. You dropped the 3-pack on the head tops. Is it now? Did you plan this just for the holidays, or is this something to bring you into like cover season? Because it's break outside right now.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I've always enjoyed dropping music during the winter because I felt like it just hit better. R&B music for me just always hit better in the winter. I don't really, I'm a fake lover boy, so I be wanting to cuddle up and shit. So for me, it just made sense to release music around this time. And then it's been a long time. And then now just being in a new space as far as media-wise, I would have a lot of people be like, wait, you sing? Or you do this? I'm like, oh, you need a reminder.
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead.
A lot of people don't know. It's a wide audience that don't know. They see you on the pod, of course, Joe Budden Podcast, of course. Joe, a good friend of yours. They see you on there. They know you for different things, commentary. You got your humor in there. Y'all go back and forth on so many different topics, but I feel like you throw that, you make sure that you remind people. Yeah,
then plus, some of the cast members, they'll joke and like they'll make jokes like, you can't mess with this dude, you can't mess with that dude. Yeah. So it'd be a push to like, and I know it's all in fun, but it's a push to kind of be out again.
Facts.
Like Joe's consistently like making jokes of like, you still got it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, so you playing, all right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and show people that I'm not rusty in no type of way. So the 3-pack was just a way of showing people that and be able to anticipate more music that's gonna come after.
No, for sure. Why the long hiatus though? Is it the space that you was in just creatively or just personal?
It was never really a creative space thing. It was more just a personal life thing.
Right.
Just felt like personally, I was just going through a lot, trying to figure out a lot of things. The one thing I love about being able to do music today is not having to rely on the stability financially to sustain it. I think at a certain point, I relied on that so much musically that I lost some of the passion, some of the love. The studio sessions ain't hit the same because now I'm in it like, well, what do I got to create to make sure that I can? It was trying, and then there was other personal things that just kept me away from, being as creative as possible. So this time around, to just be free from any inhibitions, be free from just thought processes, and just be like, I'm just going in the studio to create what I think is fire, and hopefully the people that listen and think is fire too. So that was the hiatus, and then I'll be honest with you, business-wise, I wasn't always the most savvy, so being consistent was a problem. Sometimes the people I put in position to help further the music were always the right choices. So it's a multitude of things.
Yeah. Now that you look back at that, at those decisions and, you learn from them, where do you see yourself with this project? Are you putting somebody in position, people in position?
Yeah.
Or was more like, like I'm just free to create right now. I'm not looking at the business end of it.
Well, I mean, the moment I decided to put this in a marketplace, I knew that, okay, people need to take it seriously. I don't want people to just think I'm just throwing out stuff just to throw it out.
Right.
So yeah, there are people in place now, and then, most of those people are still people that I feel are close to me.
Yeah.
So I know that they're going to treat it with a certain level of care. But then there's the other people, like the business data, like that need to be there, whether we have the greatest relationship or not, to really make this product work. So, that's in place now. And I'm confident that no matter what, people are going to hear this project and future projects in the proper way, in ways that they weren't able to hear before.
Yeah. So you're saying it's more in a way. This 3-pack not just stopping here.
No.
Okay.
No. And even if it did,
yeah,
I feel I feel the response from people at this point has been vindicated enough of saying, all right, you good.
Yeah.
Like, we might have heard some stuff before, but now we hear you today, we know that you still got it.
No, for sure. Sure. Now this cover right here, right? Now, where is this? Because this look like, Shorty on IG. Because I go to my Explore page, I can find this picture right now, no cap.
Nah, so funny enough, so anybody who's familiar with the previous projects I've done, they've usually been based around either a relationship or a multitude of relationships. This one is the same. Songs About H3r would be the next project and would be the last of that title.
Okay.
But the cover art is actually of my ex-fiance. So
she cleared that?
Yeah, she cleared it, which was amazing.
I mean, y'all
Now we cool.
Yeah.
So most of the story, if not the whole piece of the story for Songs About H3r is based around her, and I thought her image would be the best representation for it. So in asking her, I had another image that I wanted to use. And she was like, nah, like don't use that. But if you want to use this image,
what was wrong with the other image? From her standpoint.
It was her in a pool.
Okay.
Right? But it kind of looked like she was drowning.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, I don't want that to be the representation.
It might get misinterpreted.
Yeah. So we came to a medium. She actually sent that picture over and was like, you can use this or you can use that. And I was like, you know what? So it was dope to even now in that space to be able to create this music and get her blessing to do it, and also use her image was like a thumbs up. So
nah, for sure. Yeah. Is she from Atlanta? Because you got a song.
Nah. She's from LA, but the whole Atlanta concept was kind of like just a dude trying to figure out any way to mend something, like the most ridiculous idea. You know what? Let's just pack up and move and let's leave all this behind us. And
Atlanta's not a bad spot.
I love
Hella
it.
strip clubs.
I love it.
Southern hospitality. Women that cook with fat asses.
Yeah. No.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I'm going there end of the month. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
Now, how has your time been? You from New York City?
Yeah, I'm from the Bronx.
From the Bronx. Going to other cities, you've been in music for a minute. You traveled many places. Where's your time been spent most outside of New York City?
LA.
Okay.
So I lived in LA for about 6 years. And that transition from New York to LA was different because I had always traveled there on tour or something and had the greatest time. But it's one thing to go there 2-3 days, have a great time, and then to go there and now live. So when I got there, it was a shock, that start over process, not just musically, but just personally. There was no friends out there. I kind of technically moved out there for her. So I moved out there for her, starting a fresh relationship. And, my whole circle musically and friendship wise and family was based in New York. So getting to LA, I was like, my real first experience with starting fresh, starting over. And LA was, it was cool. First year or two.
Well, what year is this?
This is 2016.
Okay.
And it was cool. The first 2 years, I had a great time experiencing the city and learning things. And then after a while, I was like, man, the food sucks.
That's a fact.
There's no culture. Well, there is culture within the actual city, within the real LA. But when you start hitting Hollywood, Sherman Oaks and all that, it's like, all right, where the fuck am I?
Lose that culture.
Yeah, so that was hard for me to deal with. So moving back to New York, once I got back, I was like, oh, yes.
Now, did you move back because of the breakup, or did y'all both make that decision?
It was some of that. And then also, my mom was sick around that time, so needed to be closer to her. And that was really the motivating factor. The relationship was on its tail end, and mom just needed me. So that move, I think it came at the time where it needed to come. And then COVID had just hit, kind of, and trying to figure out all that. But I needed to be back home. I needed to feel the love of friends and family to keep me stable.
No, for sure. Now, let's talk about home a little bit. From the Bronx. Everyone say the Bronx is the dirtiest borough in New York. I mean, I don't know why. My shout out to my bro Lou right here. He's from the Bronx.
I mean, listen, I love the Bronx. I've lived in every part. First off, my mom moved every 2 years. I'm telling you, when I lived in every part of the Bronx, I lived in every part of the Bronx. So I was the guy that, you know, I have a bunch of different neighborhoods. Yeah. I'll go to I grew up in the South Bronx, Lincoln Hospital, baby. I go to 149th, 3rd Ave, I'm gonna most likely see somebody.
Is there a specific part that's like the dirtiest part? Because why does it get that reputation though?
All right, so listen, if I have to say there's a dirtiest part, I don't want to shit on my town like that though. But I mean, we do what we can do. Yeah, we try. But the Bronx, the Bronx raised me, it grew me to be a light-skinned, skinny R&B singer growing up in the Bronx. It makes you a different type of man. You gotta kind of fight differently. You gotta kind of approach the world differently. It's kind of why, you know, you might interview another R&B dude in here. He gonna come in here with the leather and all the other shit.
But I mean, like, R&B niggas be scrapping though.
No, I mean, cause
especially light-skinned ones.
Yeah, it's cause you have to. You have to because you grow up with that.
Testing light-skinned niggas.
Yeah, and you sing. So it's like, nigga, now let me go ahead and see how stand up of a nigga you are. So I dealt with that for most of my life, and I think the Bronx raised me to be the man I am today. Just standard morals. Most of the people that I saw in that generation, you know, whether it was South Bronx, Soundview, White Plains Road, the people I made connections with were all stand-up niggas, and you know, they instilled the level of street in me, that I wouldn't have gotten if I would just been anywhere else.
No, facts. And you joined the Harlem Boys Choir.
I did.
Mad young, right?
I did.
That's tough because I know Harlem Boys Choir. I think they was on College Dropout, Kanye first album.
Yeah, we did Jesus Walks and we did 2 Words.
Oh, you was actually in the choir at that time. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that was the most important decision of my life, going to that school.
Oh, you say that?
Before that, I was talented and I sang and I did whatever I did, but I didn't know the techniques. I didn't know music theory. I didn't know real harmony and how you built a record. Like everything we was trained in was in classical music. So a lot of what I do today, if you hear arrangement wise, is kind of based in those same theories and ethics. That school taught me that, as fly as you think you are, nigga, there's about 700 other people out here that can do just what you do, if not better. So you need to sharpen your skills. Yeah. So when I got there, my first day, I came in there like, I'm about to kill this. Yeah. I'm about to be and then I was like, bottom tier. Like I wasn't nowhere near ready to be even a part of the actual choir. Like the school was from 5th to 12th grade. Oh, damn. But the whole school in total only had 500 kids. And it was boys and girls. So like my senior class was like 29 kids. Like it was very small.
Like my senior class, it was like 32.
Yeah, very small, very small. So the competition was, it was a lot. Yeah. So it really prepped me for this game. I don't think I would have gotten this far without going there first.
Yeah, shout out to the Harlem Boys Choir.
Yeah, man. I love the tradition that was entrenched with us. It's no longer around, which is, sad for me. I would love to be able to pass that down to my kids. But
when y'all were featured on a Ye album, did y'all get did the school, like how did that work as far as like the feature, with the publishing involved or anything like that? Because did the school get involved with that? Like how did that work out?
The school ain't around no more, so I can talk shit about it even though I love it. They were doing bullshit. Dang. They were doing bullshit because I was also a part of a singing group that was formed out of the school that was separate, and we would get booked for like a bunch of gigs. Like,
what was the name of the group?
Dynasty.
Dynasty. You was the lead?
Yeah. So in that group, funny enough,
was the lead?
Nah, I'm dead serious. Nah, niggas, they
you was the lead? Why?
But it was a dope experience. We would get booked for a lot of different things. Whether it was doing background vocals for like Patti LaBelle and Gerald Levert, performing at the UN. They had us during Christmas time in Fifth Ave at the
singing at Tree Lighting?
No, we literally I think, sad. We was doing a Sean John campaign. we won't be ever doing that again. But we was doing the Sean John campaign, and they had us in a Macy's window, like just performing. And I didn't find out until later on, like they got paid like a nice little grip for that, and we ain't see like
school did.
Yeah,
we ain't see nothing.
We ain't see a dime of that shit. But it's the game. It was the things you do to progress. But I had some great experiences, man. We used to go to summer camp every summer. So vocal training and everything up in Saratoga Springs. And that was the first time we ever heard of Kanye West. That was the first time I ever heard of him. This is before he drops anything. It's amazing just to see the process, the passion back then before even being proven. So amazing.
Now, how did you make that transition into the game though? Because did you graduate from the?
No, I dropped. So funny enough, I'm a high school dropout, which is sad. And
he was featured on a nigga that was a college dropout.
Yeah.
See how shit work? See how God work?
Yeah, man. When I got to a certain point, I just realized like I'm gonna do music no matter what. I'm gonna do it no matter what. I never thought I was gonna do it as a solo artist though, funny enough. Like I was always a part of groups. I got comfortable being a part of a group. Even to this day.
Back then, that was
the thing. That was the thing. So I didn't drop a solo project until I was like 27, 28 years old, which people don't even know. Like I went a long time being comfortable, which is why people most likely will associate me with being on hooks or being a part of something, because I felt more comfortable doing that because that was my typical training. So even now getting the aspect or the thought that, I'm going to be a solo act, that took me time to get comfortable doing. But everything I learned in those situations, I just triggered and transferred and turned into a whole new situation, which led me to this point. Honestly, I don't even know how I got to this point. I don't. Like, I really honestly had my plan to be being the lead singer of a fucking group and touring the world with my peoples. And even now, being on the pod is so dope because I get to sit with my people and my friends and talk. But like sometimes I wake up like, damn, how'd you get here? Right?
Just staying the course, staying working, staying focused.
Yeah.
You talk about just that first project. What even prompted that move? Because
a breakup. And I needed to vent. And at the time, I'm working with Joe, and Joe was doing mood music. And I was like, this is a dope concept. I wonder what this would sound like from an R&B perspective. I literally, songs about her was tailor-made in the sense of, let me do my version, my R&B version of mood music.
Did Joe, just hit you up at the time, be like, I need a hook for something, or you went to him?
So we had the same manager at the time, and she hit him up to do a song of mine. So the very first song we ever did together was a song of mine called All I Can Do. And after that, she was like, come to the studio. Joe has some stuff he wants you to work on. And I think the very first song we did was like All of Me. And that was kind of like one of the more popular records out of all the records we've done together. And then after that, I was just like, come through, keep working. He's very inclined with R&B and knows all of the records that I knew. So it was like
seeing niggas on the pod, they be R&B bad.
So
there's a clip that he say like he goes to the bathroom when the R&B songs come on because you about to just take the spotlight, take over the room.
I can't help it. Listen, what do you want me to do? I'm a singer. Like
that's a fact. So R&B shit come on.
And if it's my shit, I'm a sing. So I literally I do it by myself. Like we be sitting at the bar and I'll just be singing. Last night we went to a little karaoke spot. And salutes to them, Girls Love Karaoke. They do a nice event.
The Wednesday joint.
So went there and they'll be nudging me like, you singing tonight? I'm like, nah, I'm chilling. But it don't take too many times to ask me if I'm like, all right.
If you do it, you do it.
I love it. It's something that I pray that I'm able to do until the day I die. I know a lot of people have heard sound amazing, and then they get older and then they sound like shit. Like I pray that I can be 70 and 80 and still hit a nice little 4/7. Yeah.
What you doing to keep the vocals sharp? Because even during that time when you weren't putting out music or putting out projects, what were you doing to just
I mean, I would still record. I would still record. I would still work with other people. I would still do a lot of vocal arrangement. When I was in LA, I was doing a lot of vocal arrangement, a lot of producing.
Yeah.
Funny enough, not singing that much got me into really getting in tune with the behind the scenes aspect of the production. Mm-hmm. So, you know, creating more on the beat level and music scoring, different things like that. Okay. But I think the one thing that helped me preserve some level of like voice was not singing, not using a vocal cord.
Really?
Like I would hear, but I didn't put no strain. Like I was just chilling.
Because you know what they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. Or they lying when they said that?
I don't know, because if you use it wrong, you lose it. Okay. So a lot of people aren't properly vocal trained, and they get out here and, you know, for about 5 years, you're gonna sound great, but when you keep putting that stress on your vocal cords, eventually it's over and you can't reverse that. Right. So for me, chilling and not really going crazy did a wonder for me. Like, feel amazing. Like I can go get on a tour right now and do my thing. And,
where are you? Ready to pull up on?
Now I ain't ready. Now physically, vocally I can, but physically I don't know. And tour is scary for me. Tour has always been scary for me because whenever I got on tour before, I would just go out there and just be the nastiest of loose niggas. And
wait, Emanny, in what way you talk about?
I was a whore on tour.
Wilding up. What changed? Anything changed?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean,
just older now.
Just older. Yeah. You have a different outlook on life, have a different outlook on just relationship. Mm-hmm. There's no need to keep tabbing on a new number. That's really all it was. I was just tabbing on a new number to keep up with the outlook of what an R&B dude is supposed to look like, and you know,
trying to let that persona.
Yeah, and then when you got
Bobby Babes.
Yeah. So and then you got friends who are in that field as well, who their numbers are rising, and the women that they're attached to is, you know, your ego starts to kick in and you feel like I got to keep up with that. Luckily today, that's not my mindset. So I would think, well, not think, I do believe I would be able to go on a tour and keep my shit in my pants.
Be chilling.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of tour, why the hell did you go on stage and say, fuck the Weeknd?
Yo, how do you know that? Oh, shit.
Like, who does that at a point when the Weeknd is the Weeknd? Like,
yo, the funny part is, salutes to Tank. I blame him.
Dang.
So this is 2012. I'm on tour with Joe, and we have a stop in LA.
Dang, so this like Echoes of Silence weekend. Like,
yeah, no. This is like
to take care.
This is like he there. Like anyone could have seen what was about to happen.
Right.
And you know, egotistical dude. I'm upstairs, and you know, Joe can Tank. First off, anyone who doesn't know Tank, they need to know Tank is one of the funniest dudes on earth. One of the funniest dudes I've ever met.
Okay.
And I like, he's an OG for me. Right. So when he talk, I'm like, let me listen. So, you know, we up there just talking about different singers, and I'm like, man, this person can't sing, this person can't sing, boom, boom.
The Weeknd was in that list.
Yeah, I'm talking shit. And salute, because today, you know, the Weeknd is that dude. So my bad. I was stupid for even thinking that was okay to say. But Tank is like, word? That's how you feel? Man, go on stage and say that shit, young blood. Go ahead, bro. What they gonna do to you?
Yo,
what they gonna do?
Said that?
But he just talking shit.
Yeah.
He talking shit, but I'm drinking too.
Oh yeah.
So now I'm like,
so you get a little amped up, like,
I'm like, yeah.
Fuck that. Let me see what's in there.
Yeah, he right. And I get on that stage, boy, and I say that stupid shit, and the crowd got quiet and said, "Shut up, nigga." I said, "Oh shit, Joe's dying laughing." Joe, like, hey, chill out. Well, one of the dumbest things. But
Tank gas you to go up there and say, "Fuck the Weeknd."
Tank, man.
Damn, Tank.
He came to the pod and I reminded him. He don't remember, but you did it. I remember.
That's crazy.
I wasn't that drunk.
Was there any like backlash from that? Because you know, like, and at that 2012, I think at that time niggas was posting on Twitter. So
yeah, I got a call from somebody up at Universal. And salutes to him. I don't want to rat him out, but got a call. I was like, yo, you know that little comment you made, that's not gonna help you. And your movement of trying to get with, that ain't gonna help. So just be prepared for that. I said, all right.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I've had those conversations with a few people I don't believe in the blackballing thing, but the thing of doors closing depending upon what I might have done, might have said, or who I was attached to.
Did you like one believe them or care in that moment, or was it like?
I believed it. Did I care? I think I might have cared to a certain degree, but I also believe like what's meant for you is meant for you.
Facts.
I never felt like I'm not gonna go back and beg for a chance. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Like nah. Like, first off, I know this game. And which cameras look? Y'all all talk shit about each other. We all say whatever we want. We all do it behind the scenes. And I'm just one of those people that I just don't be caring enough to pretend like I fuck with certain shit that I don't fuck with, just for the sake of being in the industry. And that might be a big part of maybe I haven't been able to reach the level of, the guys that reached, just for being
at least you're honest though.
Yeah, so I made that decision once that was my character, and knowing that that's my character, I can't pretend to be anything other.
Facts. That's noble, bro. You stay, like they say, standing on business.
Yeah, I mean, standing on business come with a price sometimes. Yeah. So, I mean, while I'm out here standing on business, and don't get me wrong, I'm in a nice, comfortable space, I have to sit back and watch people like The Weeknd kill shit, and that's a part of the price.
I gotta talk some R&B shit with you.
Mm-hmm.
Billboard just put out their top 10 R&B albums of the year.
Leon,
number one,
and I agree. Love it. Love the album. I wasn't a big fan before that. I wasn't really aware of his catalog before that. Mm-hmm. And then the Mutt record ran into it. I was like, oh, this is fire.
Facts.
Like he gotta have some other shit if this is what he putting out.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was fucking when I first heard the album.
Yeah.
I put it on. I was tearing some ass up. And that's what made me love it even more.
That's what R&B is for.
It was
I feel like if you drop an R&B, anybody drop an R&B album, you can't get freaky with your shorty to it. What you really doing?
That album, every song played like, ooh, this is a vibe, it's a mood. His vocals was impeccable on it. Then I got a chance to just see some clips of him performing live, and he sounds amazing live, so it made me appreciate the album even more. Mm-hmm. Loved it. Money Long album was fire. Yeah. It's a lot of dope. Listen, when people have these comments about R&B being in bad shape or R&B, it's not. Nah, y'all just not aware. Y'all just not paying attention. It's a lot of fire R&B product out.
Do you feel like labels or the DSPs need to do a better job of just promoting it?
Yeah, I mean, they do a pretty good job promoting women.
Okay, yeah.
And I mean, women are just beautiful, so it's easy to promote.
Easy to serve,
yeah, it's a lot of ugly R&B niggas, so it's kind of hard for. I'm sorry. I mean, listen, when people ask me what's wrong with R&B, and I think a lot of times they speaking on the male side, and this is not me trying to talk like I'm like Fabio or fucking anybody amazing looking, but I do think the allure.
You said Fabio.
Fabio.
Oh, Fabio.
Yeah,
Spanish character nigga.
Yeah. So I do think some of the allure that's missing from male R&B is there was a time when women didn't just like the music, like they wanted you. Like, even if you weren't the most attractive, like there was something that exuded like just male machismo and shit that was attached to male R&B that's kind of missing. Like Chris still has that, like he's desired in a way that male R&B artists should want to be desired. So it's one thing to have good product, good music, to be deemed to be somewhat attractive, but being attractive and then also being like appealing or sexually stimulating or sensual is something totally different. I do think a lot of male R&B artists lack that. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's because a lot of them are just wearing more blouses than regular shirts. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Emanny, who out here wearing blouses, bro?
I don't know. I just see a lot of blouses.
Who wearing blouses?
And I'm not hating on the blouses. I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying there's when your girl can go in the closet and put on the same thing as you, it kind of hurts.
Throw shit off a little bit.
I'm just here to tell what I think. I'm not.
But you still ain't say who wearing the blouses. I ain't seen no niggas.
Nah, it's a lot of them wearing the blouses. And salutes to y'all. Y'all still amazing. But I do, when we start talking about a certain level of disconnect, and a large part of it to me speaks to the male side, it's that. The desire is lost. The guy that goes on stage and takes the shirt off or croons to the woman, that's lost.
Facts.
Totally lost.
And I also feel like, like niggas not grabbing air no more. Remember,
Yeah, you gotta grab air. You gotta sing in the rain. You know who grabbing air? I'll give him. Lucky Day is grabbing air.
That's a fact.
Lucky Day is fire. He's out and he get on that stage. He bringing women up. October London is bringing some level of that back.
Facts.
Suit on.
Facts.
Crooner feel. Leon is doing that, with the whole just musically good product and going on stage and just vocals.
Right. How you feel about Bryson Tiller?
Bryson, I don't really attach to R&B as much as others. I went to his show. His show is amazing. He's a great, great artist. But he's like a blend. Like he's a blend of something that's not, a lot of people get on me for talking about traditional versus new age. And I'm more of a traditional guy when it comes to R&B. So I don't put him in that realm, but I do enjoy his music. I think it's dope.
For sure. Man, this year has been filled with a lot of twists and turns, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. What do you feel 2025 starts? What do you feel like you want to accomplish as far as the project goes, as far as personally goes? What do you see, the new year starting off for you?
The one thing I do want to make a clear statement is I don't want people to keep considering me to be one or the other. Like now that I'm podcasting, I don't want people to, Emanny the podcaster or Emanny the artist. Like I'm at the point where I'm an entertainer and the entertainment business might call for me to be whatever it needs me to be at the moment. I want to be able to just be able to answer that call. So to just be viewed as an overall entertainer, that's it. That's my goal moving forward. I don't want to box me into nothing. I don't want to be looked at as a soul anything. I want to be, if anything, I'm an entertainer. Don't tell me that because now I got a project out, well, you need to focus more on the project and maybe not be on the pod as much. Or if you're on the pod, really focus on being on the pod and maybe let me do whatever. Let me do entertainment. And if it ever comes a day where I now decide I want to have my own pod or I want to go and have an artist and manage, don't tell me what I can do. I do whatever I want.
No, that's a fact. Yeah. Now, last question before we get up out of here. What does success look like for you now? And how did that definition for you change when you first got in the game?
Yeah, big difference. Success for me looked like me and solely me being able to do anything I wanted financially for myself and whoever else I decided to bring along with. Very selfish. Today, success, honestly, for me is that before I kick this bucket, I got something to pass down to my kids. That's it. In all honesty, like, don't get me wrong, I do like the admiration. I do like for people to give that pat on the back. But if after all this, I ain't got nothing to pass down, it wasn't successful. It was just self-serving.
For sure.
Yeah.
On that note, listen, R&B Crooner project out right now before her. He dropped a 3-pack.
3-pack.
Right for your head top for the holidays, end of the year. It's cuffing season, y'all. Make sure y'all go download that, stream that. Shout out to Emanny.
I appreciate
another episode of Creative Convos. Yes, sir. I want you to look right into that camera. Tell people where to follow you, where they can get anything you got going on, what you got coming up for 2025.
Emanny Music, EMANNY Music, everywhere. Instagram, X, whatever else. Find me there. 2025, just look out for entertainment on all scapes or wherever you find your entertainment, YouTube, iTunes, Patreon, I'm going to be there doing something. And that's it.
Yes, sir. There you have it. Jiggy Jones, Creative Convos with Emanny.